What is going on YouTube? Cloudcitybobafett back for another video, and in today's video we're going to talk about the infamous 10123 Cloud City. Now I'm sure you guys are aware this set brings up to $10,000 sealed in today's market. We're going to take a look at maybe why this set is worth so much money and what makes this such a collectible piece of LEGO Star Wars history. I've been wanting to do this video for a while, so without further ado, let's get into the actual video, you guys. Before we take a look at the built model, the one minifigure that makes this set especially special is the Cloudcitybobafett. That's right, this was the first time a LEGO minifigure and a LEGO Star Wars minifigure had arm and leg printing. As you can see, he has knee pads and arm pads. That's what initially made this set so rare. It was actually a $100 playset back in 2003, and this playset's very interesting because it didn't really sell well over stores back in 2003. The Star Wars fan base wasn't that extensive, so they had a hard time pushing this. That's why there's very few sealed examples of this set today, this being one of them. I actually have this one in an acrylic case by GF Displays. Shout out to them. But overall, you guys, it is a very interesting set because in the last couple of years, it has seen an astronomical rise in price. And as you guys know, I'm Cloudcitybobafett on Instagram and YouTube. So this is a very special set to me. I really didn't think I'd have one of these, but I was able to get a sealed copy. And we also have an open copy back there so we can take a look in depth at this set. So the 10123 Cloud City actually came out in 2003. As you can see, the set came with 698 pieces and it has 8 minifigures, including Han Solo and Carbonite. If we take a look at the front box art, it shows that beautiful Bespin Cloud City. As you can see, this build was actually very modular in a sense. So you had different sections. You had the Carbonite section, you had the dining hall section, you had the duel section, and you had that infamous balcony section where Luke was told that Darth Vader is his father. These are all the minifigures included. We have Leia from Bespin, we have Luke from Bespin, we have Han Solo, Lando Calrissian, Boba Fett, Darth Vader, and a Stormtrooper. Now, as I mentioned, I consider 8 minifigures in the set because I included Han Solo and Carbonite, but we'll be taking a look at those minifigures shortly. Let's get into the back of the box art. So here's the back of the box art, and this portrays a lot of the scenes that we see in The Empire Strikes Back. Much like the landing pad with the Millennium Falcon of the time, this is the 4504 Millennium Falcon from 2004. This was a 2003 set, but they were already advertising that Falcon right there. As you can see, Lando Calrissian's on the landing pad, and then in the dining hall, we have Boba Fett, we have Darth Vader, and a Stormtrooper there. On the bottom left of the box art, we actually can see that there's a whole picture of the model included. You can see there's the duel area right there. Lando Calrissian's on the landing pad, and this is the further exterior of it, showing the extremity of Han Solo being dipped into Carbonite. And then we have the nice scene where it's the dining room, and Leia comes in and sees the Stormtrooper and Lando Calrissian during the betrayal. On the right of the box, we actually see there's an alternate build, and this is something that they did in the early 2000s for LEGO Star Wars. They made a bunch of funky alternate builds on all these sets to show the potential of the LEGO brick and to show that you can change it from the original model and have some creative liberty for yourself. That's where we get into all the scenes. So right here, it shows some of the play features and functions, and that actually is indicative of everything that we see in The Empire Strikes Back, including the most famous scene in Star Wars when Luke figures out that Darth Vader's his father. From there, you can see Han Solo getting dipped into Carbonite and also the Carbonite chamber's functions, overall showing the playset abilities of the set. And today we're going to take a look at an actual built model so we can see that stuff in action. So here we're going to take a look at the actual model built up. This is the front landing pad where ships can really land on this section, which is cool for any kids playing with the set, but it also makes the profile of the set quite large. Otherwise, it's good to shelf display. You can always take off this piece right here and just display the Cloud City part, but I think the landing pad added some big heft to the set, and it's ultimately a very large set when you look at the scale of the original LEGO Star Wars sets. They are all usually pretty small, and this was kind of a big, massive play set, and it was pretty expensive back then too. $100 back in the day was quite a bit. Obviously, looking at the price now, it's well worth it, but back then, this didn't really have that much of a fan base. So here are the actual minifigures included. We have all of these super exclusive minifigures and some not so exclusive minifigures. Let's go in to show you which ones are actually exclusive to the set and which ones aren't. Taking a look at the Bespin Luke, there's nothing too special about him. As you can see, he has no back printing on him whatsoever, but he does have his Bespin outfit, which is pretty cool, and an awesome chrome lightsaber. The Cloud City Boba Fett needs no introduction. He has his incredible arm and leg printing right there. This is a mint version 2. I was able to get quite a few of these in my collection because I am absolutely in love with this figure. My fascination comes with the history on it. It is just such a cool pad printed, arm and leg printed Cloud City Boba Fett. I love this figure. I love the detail, and I really think this was a special time for LEGO Star Wars. It is the pinnacle of all of it. The next exclusive figure is that Bespin Leia. She has nothing too special. She doesn't have back printing or anything, but she is just nostalgic. If you take a look at her, she has that nice sweater from Bespin, looking very good there. And of course, Lando Calrissian. He's looking awesome. He has a nice Bespin print there too. And this cape is actually very expensive and very special too. It's a dual color cape, so there's blue on the backside and yellow and gold on the inside, which we see in the movie. He is looking quite good as well. This was the first time they actually had accurate skin color on a LEGO Star Wars minifigure as well, so that makes some added exclusivity to this figure too. Not just the fact that it's Lando Calrissian, but it's actually accurate colored as well. Paving the way, you guys. If we take a look at the actual minifigures on the set, as you can see, it's all the notorious scenes. So we have Han Solo, and he can actually be dipped into carbonite. You have a play function up there, and what you can do is you can lower him down, and this allows you to switch him out for the carbonite piece that I was talking about. So you just roll him out of there, you roll the carbonite piece in, and then you can turn Han Solo into Han Solo and carbonite just like so. As I mentioned, it's a very modular build, so that section is completely built separately. You have this section that is built, you have that section that's built, and then of course the balcony and the actual landing pad. The second play function of this set's pretty interesting. It opens the door just a little bit to the front. If you take a look from the front, it moves up just a little bit, but it's enough to where you'd have fun as a kid with that play function. I think it was a nice little addition, especially because this room is pretty small, but lengthy enough to where you can fit something like that in. That's where you get into the actual duel functions. You can take Darth Vader and Luke and have them duel over here. You can have this wall fall over onto Darth Vader and Luke or break off because of the intense lightsaber battle that's going on between them. And then you can also flip this glass right here. It's a TIE Fighter piece of glass, and it's supposed to be the overlook that Darth Vader and Luke break through. So you just pull this right there. It flips them over into this section where Darth Vader can actually tell Luke that he is indeed his father. I want to say I got this in late 2021. This is my open version right here. And back there I have my sealed version, which I paid a lot more than $1,300. It was above $5,000, but under $7,000. You guys, this is my sealed version. That's why I keep it in the acrylic case too. They go for around $10,000. I've seen some on eBay even go for $10,000 recently. So I was happy to make that investment as well, because you guys know I'm an absolute addict collector here. So it's worthy for me. I have a good job. It makes sense for me to get this stuff because it makes me happy, and I'm chasing a little bit of nostalgia with this too. Now, do I think you should go buy a Cloud City for $10,000? Absolutely not. Do I think it's worth it? I think to the right adult collector, this set is more than worth it. You have the exclusivity of the Cloud City Boba Fett. You have that incredible Lando Calrissian. I mean, this was paving the way for all LEGO Star Wars playsets to come, and this did it in a very early stage of LEGO Star Wars' life. It's a cool piece of LEGO Star Wars history. It's a cool piece of Star Wars history. But do I think you should go out and pay $2,000 for a Cloud City Boba Fett? Even $1,200 for a Cloud City Boba Fett? Or $5,000 for a Cloud City? Whatever you end up paying, that's totally up to you. I think the market's a little hot because everyone is jumping the gun and trying to pick up this figure. Do I really think the figure's worth that, or any LEGO minifigure? That's really up to you to decide that fact right there. I have quite a few of this minifigure, and I got really good deals on all these figures, you guys. I'm not going out there paying $1,500 or anything like that. I'm talking, I got these a couple of years back for $200, $300, $80 in some cases. So I look for the deals. Now, guys, that's not to say that you won't be able to find a Cloud City Boba Fett for a reasonable price, because if you look hard enough, they are out there. But when it comes down to it, you guys, this figure has gone astronomical. It's caused this set to go up in price, and overall, it's caused the hype to go insane for this set. Now, I really enjoy this set. It comes from my heart. I have a love for this set, and even besides all the hype, I've been really into this minifigure since day one. When I got back into LEGO, this was the minifigure that did it for me, you guys. Right when I got back into Lego a couple of years back after my dark age, I started my whole collection from start, and I got really excited to buy one of these minifigures for around $200. I think I paid for my first one. So guys, that is why the Cloud City is potentially worth $10,000. I hope you guys enjoyed this little review of the set and gave you a little idea as to maybe why it's worth so much. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know if you liked a little bit of this history. Hopefully you learned something today. And guys, I'll see you in the next video. And make sure to check out my custom minifigure website, cloudcitycustoms.myshopify.com. I will leave a link in the description. Again, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace!